We are here with the Los Angeles Chargers' newest addition, and a lot of people are excited, Mr. Khalil Mack. First of all, just tell us what this adjustment has been. How's it been being in L.A.?
Oh, man, it's been a blessing, man. It's been fun, man. Bringing my family out here is different. That first move to Chicago, I was coming as a bachelor, you know what I'm saying? But now coming out here with my fiance and my kid, another kid on the way, so it's a hell of an adjustment, but we looking forward to it, man.
Well, congrats on the other one on the way.
Yeah, appreciate it.
As you settle in with this defense, you added some seriously needed help to a defense. You guys brought in JC, Kyle, yourself. I mean, how much better did this defense get?
We'll see. We'll see on Sundays, man. I'm not a guy that talks about a lot. You know what I mean? It looks good on paper right now. We're a paper team right now. I call that a paper team. But to go out here and practice and work hard together and get everything communicated so we dialed in on Sundays, that's the goal, man. And just looking forward to it, knowing the potential, but at the same time not paying attention to that, paying attention to the hard work and grind. Yeah.
And I know a lot of things go into making a decision where you're going to go, where you're going to land. I think when you chose, Los Angeles, a lot of people, their eyes kind of open. Everyone's like, oh, whoa, he's coming to the Chargers. I mean, what played a part in that decision?
I mean, it's a lot of different intangibles, man. When you think about the business of football, but ultimately, just knowing that I was going to be in good hands when I got here. Ultimately, just knowing a guy that's leading the team. That was important, and yeah, I'm just looking forward to it, man. Not trying to talk too much, but trying to put some action behind my words.
And this is the first time we've gotten to talk to you in person, and it's kind of striking. You're reserved and calm and quiet. What is it about that switch that flips when you get out on a football field and you're ripping quarterbacks' heads off?
That's the thing, man. It's not too far off, but I would say I'm just not a person that's gonna talk. I'm not gonna talk trash right now. You know what I'm saying? I say that for when I get out there in between the lines.
So you won't talk trash right now, and that's okay, and we'll understand that. Just tell us, what do you think you bring to this defense that's going to help them take that next step?
That's the thing. I wouldn't be able to tell you that. I would like to show you better than I could tell you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, it's going to be on display on Sundays. You'll be able to tell me when you get done seeing me play this year for sure.
So you've mentioned it a few times. You call it a paper team, and you're not saying much. But what are your expectations for this team and all the talent? I mean, all the talent in the world, right?
Yeah. I mean, for me, and in this stage of my career, man, understanding the guys that I've played with, Charles Woodson, Justin Tuck, all these guys have seen the ultimate goal, which is the ultimate team goal at the end of the day, which is to hoist a Super Bowl trophy. And just hearing those stories in the locker rooms and what they were trying to bring to those teams that they were part of with me, it's no different, man. Understanding that the time can't be wasted, you know what I'm saying? And the people in the locker rooms, you have to take advantage of those moments and those opportunities to go and try to win it all.
And then with Coach Staley, I mean, what's that relationship like between you two?
Oh, man, it's a special one, man. Understanding what he meant to me when I first got to Chicago, it was just us two staying at the practice, staying at the meetings, and getting in more time so I can learn the playbook to play against Green Bay on Thursday night, I believe, at the time, or Sunday night, the first game of the year. Only having 5 days to prepare together and trying to map it out to where it was simplified for me, and just understanding his level of detail and how much we kind of meshed together when it came to preparation. And not only just that, off the field, understanding family, how important family was to both of us, and knowing the type of person he is outside of the game. He's a dope dude, man. Don't tell him I said it, but he's a dope guy, man, and a real special person, and the type of people you want to be around. Yeah.
I think we say that back to you. You're a dope guy too, then.
Appreciate
but I
that,
can
man.
tell you that.
Thank
We
you,
appreciate
man.
the time,
No
Khalil,
doubt,
and best of luck to you this year,
Thank
man.
you so much, brother.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Take care.
Yes, sir.
Joined here with Chargers wide receiver Keenan Allen. Keenan, thanks for joining us here today. And I think everybody knows how explosive this offense is. There's no doubt about that, but you guys came up just short last year. What do you think you guys need to do to take that next step?
I think just keep growing as a team, keep growing as a unit. This is all of our second year in the offense, so we'll be a little bit more comfortable, and they just make our plays.
What do you think the strong points of this offense are? Obviously, you got explosive players all around, but really the big-time strong points for you guys?
Offensive line, for sure. We go as they go. When they have good games, we have good games. So anytime they can come in and control the game and violate the defensive front, and we're gonna have a good day.
You play in this league to play against the best, and the AFC West got some dogs this year, and
yeah.
so did you guys included. But what's it going to be like it's going to be a bloodbath in the AFC West. Are you excited for this division?
I think we're made for the competition. So, anytime we come up against those guys, we know what we're up against, especially this year. We're excited for it and can't wait to play them.
And a lot of people are seeing you guys as kind of a sleeper team to impress a lot of people going forward this upcoming season. What does that mean for you? And you're a guy who's been here for years now. What does that mean for you?
Yeah, we on the up and up. The coach is changing, and we might be that team to beat. So we just got to go out and prove it, and show them what we can do.
How much growth have you seen in your coach? Brandon Staley, from his rookie year to now, and I know you guys are just getting going for this year, but have you seen that growth from Brandon?
Absolutely. You see him settle in, see him talking a little more, see him hitting different coaching points, some smart stuff, some stuff that he might not have been testing on last year, and he's just feeling more comfortable. He's ready to go, and he's just becoming a better leader.
How about in that wide receiver room? You're kind of the OG in there, but how do you kind of see everybody and the young guys take that next step?
Yeah, I'm excited for it. Obviously, Mike just signed a big deal. That was huge for us. JG's coming back. Josh, second year in the league. Everybody, Smooth, Jason Moore. So definitely looking forward to see everybody, keep excelling.
And then final question I got for you and Justin, year 3 together. You guys have put up ridiculous numbers as it is. How do you keep improving on that?
Just keep playing football. Keep doing what we do. Like I said, it's our second year. It's going to be our second year in the offense. So obviously we'll get a little bit more comfortable, be allowed to do a little bit more things. So, we'll just expand on what we was already doing.
And the last question from me is expectations that you have for yourself.
Just to come out and do what I do, stay consistent, keep playing all the games of the season, and let everything else speak for itself.
Good, man. Best of luck to you. Appreciate the time.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Absolutely. Appreciate it.
We are joined now by the stud safety of the Los Angeles Chargers, Derwin James. Derwin, how are we feeling headed into this season?
Feeling healthy. Can't wait to get to work. A lot of excitement.
What exactly have you worked on in this offseason that's going to prepare you for this upcoming season?
Just being the leader, man, and trying to connect our team. Get our team where we're clicking on all 3 phases of the game: special team, offense, and defense. And that starts now in the offseason.
How much better did this defense get? You guys bringing Khalil, JC, Kyle. How good is this defense now?
Man, we definitely got better as a defense. You can feel the energy every day, and you can feel the competitors that we have here every day competing against each other. So, it's going to be fun. We can't wait till the fall come.
And for someone like you, does having some other talent around, maybe even on the defensive front, does that make things easier for you? Are you going to see the game different? Is it just going to make your job easier?
No, I don't feel like it's easy in football ever. We can't just say it's easy, but it's definitely going to help. It's definitely going to make it more fun where I can move around a little bit. And, we have guys where coaching everybody comfortable at.
You play in this league to play against the best players, and man, are you going to get to do that in the AFC West and the AFC in general. But Russell comes in. Stud after stud entering this division. Devontae Adams, the guys you're going to go up against. How excited are you for those matchups?
I'm very excited. Like you say, those are Pro Bowl, all pro caliber players, and like I said, everybody's added. We added guys like that, so of course they're going to add guys, and that's what makes it fun. It's going to be very exciting.
And with the locker room that you guys have now, both on offense and defense, stacked with talent, how do you guys all just come together as a team for one common goal?
Like you just said, it's one common goal, and everybody really realizing that every day they show up to work, that's the goal, and nothing else matters. So as long as we know that, what's the end goal, and I feel like we'll be right where we need to be.
I know we're a ways away from the season, but you can feel the energy coming from you. How close is this team to where it wants to be?
We're very close, and having that guy behind us, number 10, we won't be far off for very long.
Herbie running around.
Yeah.
I'm good.
You good?
Shoot, knocked everything out
we
of the park.
appreciate the time, man.
Y'all
Take
know
care,
what
man.
you're gonna do, man.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Have a good year.
We are here with LA Charger running back Austin Ekeler. Austin, first of all, just tell us how this offseason was for you and your expectations for yourself going forward.
Yeah, man. Offseason, it's been the same of what I've always done, right? Just taking advantage of opportunities. That's how I'm sitting here in front of you, right? Took advantage of opportunity, and then ended up getting a spot in the Chargers. And now, for me, it didn't stop with football. It doesn't stop with football. Me driving is and trying to take advantage is me trying to become the best version of myself, which football is a big part of that. But that's when, I get into the off season now, so I can focus on my other opportunities that the NFL presents to me. I'm always working out. That's just been a lifestyle of mine, so after playing a couple years in the NFL, you understand how it works. Now you can start focusing on other things and aspects of your life. But, it comes back around. Season's coming back up, so starting to really tune in on football a little bit more and looking forward to getting back in here.
And as you guys tune in, there's no question the amount of weapons this offense has. What do you guys need to do to kind of take that next step? You guys obviously ended on a bitter note last year. So what is it that's going to push you guys into the postseason?
It's the same thing every year, man. Like, we got, a lot of hype around our team. We have a lot of players that have made consistent plays in the past, and on paper it looks great. Right, it looks great on paper, but paper doesn't play football games. Like, we got to go out here and actually execute fundamentals. That's what it comes down to. It comes into guys buying in to the fundamentals. Like, most plays, sure, you might have plays that are made because something crazy happens, but most plays are made within your fundamentals, with having good technique, with being in the right spot, with knowing the scheme. And that stuff doesn't take skill. It just takes practice of actually doing the right techniques, right, knowing the playbook. So if guys are going to buy into that, that's going to generate more consistency through our team. If guys don't, we're going to go and, miss the playoffs again. So it comes down to that.
What's the growth you've seen from Coach Staley now? Obviously last season he had some steps he had to take, and he took those. And then now this season, what do you think is going to be different for him?
I wouldn't say the growth is within Coach Staley. I would say it's within our relationship with him, right? Like, he's going to be the same guy he was last year, right? Well, that's what I'm expecting. And up to this point, that's what he's been. He is who he is. And now it's us building that relationship with him building it with us, and that's us working together and building something new. So that's where the growth is. It's growth together. So I'm looking forward to seeing, him. I've seen him around, still same smile, still same energy, loving that. And I'm looking forward to just being him. He takes care of us, but he also makes sure to push us at the same time, which is great. He's not scared to call us out every day. He's calling people out on film. This is not what we want. This is what we want. And so that's a healthy relationship, right? Because it's never putting anybody down. It's always just, hey, we're trying to use this to learn to get better.
And you guys play in this league to play against the best players in the world. And the AFC West seemed to have brought in like 10 of the best players in the world. This division is stacked. How excited are you to go up against these guys in this division?
Yeah, it just reiterates what I was talking about. Now our fundamentals mean that much more. It comes down to what makes good players good. Well, they execute their fundamentals at a really high, consistent level, right? Sure, they can make some plays here and there, but it comes down to doing the fundamentals. So, hey, we're going to be tested. How real of a team are we going to be? Or we're going to find out when we play. We're going to find out when we're practicing. But when it comes to Sunday nights is when, the test is on. And it's like, okay, let's see you execute. And that's going to tell us with our division, you have all these great players. So guess what? If you're winning in this division, you probably got a good chance of making a run.
And you've kind of been the playmaker. A surprise, you were, I would say, not a surprise playmaker, but you've worked your way in, like you've said, and earned your spot, and now you have your role as a playmaker. As your role develops and you keep going forward, what's the next step for you?
Man, it's the same step every year. It's build. Just build on the opportunity. I keep getting opportunities, and for me, my play style, I'm not making huge, crazy plays, but I dominate in the fundamental category. I'm doing what I'm supposed to. I'm in the right spots. And what does that mean? So when someone else messes up, I'm taking advantage, right? I'm efficient. I don't break off a bunch of long runs like Jonathan Taylor, right? He's running through dudes. But I'm still averaging 5 yards a carry because I'm in the right spot. I'm getting in the right things. I'm doing my job, right? And I've been able to build on that. Sure, I'll throw a couple plays in there, making some guys miss, absolutely. But for me, it's building on that. It's continuing to do that same consistency. And now also, how can I be contagious in the locker room? How can I get other people to buy into it? Because that's what it takes. It takes guys in the locker room. That's why I'm excited to have these older guys coming in. Like, I want to see their leadership. Like, are you a good leader? Can you bring people with you? Because if you're a great player, that's good. But we need our great players to bring everyone else up, because you have to set the standard. Everyone's looking at you and being like, okay, you're the big money guy. Let's show me how it's done. And so I'm in that position right now, and you damn well know I'm going to be in there doing that. I'm bringing everybody with me. Let's go.
And kind of when did that switch? Because, we caught up with you when you kind of first broke through into the league, and you maybe were just kind of feeling everything out. And now you seem to really have that leadership role, that mentality. You can feel the energy coming across. When did that click for you?
It's the same, bro. It's the same mentality I've had since I got here, though, right? But it's enlightened. Like, it's on a bigger scale. Because when I got here, I had everything. I put everything. I dropped out of my last semester of school. We played each other. After that football season, I was done. I went and started training. I was like, this is an opportunity. I'm putting everything into it. So I put everything in my soul into that thing. into that opportunity. When I got here, it was the same mentality. It's the same thing I have now, but now it's grown a little bit, right? Now my role's a little bit bigger, so now I'm putting that same energy, and it doesn't just stop with football. Like, I'm doing this outside of football too. You see my empire. It's amazing, right? I keep building. I'm using this platform, and so that's what I'm trying to get other guys to do. But for here, it's a collective as a football team, and so that's where my effort is when I'm in this building.
Awesome, man. Well, we really appreciate your time and sitting down with us, and wish you the best of luck this season.
Absolutely. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me on.
We're
getting the energy, man. I'm ready to run through that wall.
I saw the wrap. I said good. Appreciate
That's what it's about. Thank you.
Okay, year 2 for you. How you feeling going into this? Where are you feeling with the team and all that?
I feel incredible. I feel like I made a lot of improvements this offseason. Obviously, we put so many people in place. I feel like we're in a position to make a really good run.
And offensively, you guys just keep adding, like you said, you guys keep adding weapons, another year. I mean, what does that offense look like to you in your mind in this next year?
Scary. I feel like we have weapons all over the place. We got an offensive line that we can protect. We can run the ball. Like, I feel like we're really set to do some crazy stuff.
You really helped anchor down this offensive line that kind of struggled for a little bit. How much pride did you take in that, and where do you see the line going this year?
A ton, and it's only going to go up. We got another year together as a group. We got a new coach, and we're all kind of been spending the whole offseason here just getting right with each other. And then, with Zion coming in, I think we're ready to make, serious waves. So.
And you talked about the offensive line as a group, but how about for yourself? I mean, what improvements do you think you made over the offseason to come into your next season?
A lot of it's just technique, clean up some inconsistencies I saw. I know I looked at the film and I saw some areas I could improve as far as just like my technique, my consistency, some mobility stuff. So I've just really been working on fixing those things, and so I can be more consistent.
Obviously, last year didn't end the way you guys wanted to, right? Kind of a bitter taste in your mouth. Do you guys use that as motivation for this year, or is it, hey, we're over it and we're moving on?
I see it as we're over and we're moving on. We all know what we're capable of, and so lingering on that's not going to do anything for us. But as long as we can keep pushing and focus on the future, there's no limit to what we can do.
And then we already talked about expectations as a group and then for yourself. But, I mean, an expectation as a whole for this team, offensively and defensively, what does that look like for you?
Just dominance, execution of our plans we create. We have great coaches that put together great plans, and, we as players know we can execute those things. So I see us as a group that's able to, set out and do what we accomplish what we set out to do,
I know you guys don't worry too much about other teams, other people, but the AFC West absolutely stacked this offseason. How much pride and how much fun is it going to be to go out there and play teams with Russell Wilson and Patrick Mahomes every other week?
Yeah, it's incredible. It's what you want. When you come to the NFL to compete with the best and to have the opportunity to do that in your own division, it's amazing. Like, you see, just as far as O-line, how many great edges came to the AFC, great defensive linemen. Like, it's going to be a blast this season.
And that's all I wanted to ask was about just in the AFC, those edge rushers are going to be something different. I mean, how much of a challenge or how excited are you to go up against those kind of guys in that kind of head-to-head competition?
It's definitely a huge challenge, and it's something that you can't take lightly at all or else you'll get exposed. But I really look forward to it. That's just love of the game. You want to compete against the best, and I feel like we have the best.
Have you been able to notice for Coach Staley kind of his growth from year 1? And I know year 2's not started yet, but for him, kind of where has he grown, and what have you seen with that?
Yeah, he's grown a lot. We had a team meeting the other day, and he was like, I'm a completely different coach, and I felt the same way as a player. I could relate to that. Mm-hmm. So it's really cool to see that he sees it as like a growing thing. No one's ever complacent, and I think that's really cool because, there's some coaches who would maybe say like, oh, it's not my fault, whatever. Like, around here, like, everyone shares. Like, if we know we can be better, then everyone shares that. It's not like someone pointing fingers, and I really respect that about Staley.
And that growth, is that more of X's and O's that you see for Staley, or is it more of a mentality and or overall just understanding how to coach you guys a little better?
I think it's both. Maybe some X's and O's stuff, but also just different ways to coach, different ways to implement things, and it's really exciting.
We're here with Asante Samuel Jr. Asante, just tell us how you were feeling heading into this season.
I was feeling good. I was real confident. I'm always confident in my technique and skills, so I was confident going in there, and just kind of need some repetition to get me more confident.
You kind of mentioned it there, but it didn't take you long to adjust to the NFL. Especially at defensive back, that's usually a hard jump. What made you so successful your rookie year?
Just probably having guys like Derwin, Chris Harris, and all the older guys, Michael Davis, just helping me come along with the scheme. Once I learned the scheme, everything kind of slowed down a little bit. So definitely with the older guys, it's helping me throughout the process.
And we saw that kind of the game slowed down for you last season. And so coming into this season, what expectations do you have for yourself going forward?
I'm just taking it one game at a time. I want to do what I can do, and whatever I can do to help the team win, that's what I want to do. So, yeah, pretty much.
You already had to deal with Tyreek Hill, who's now gone, but now you get Devontae Adams, you get Russell Wilson. I mean, the AFC West is just stacking up. How excited are you to go up against some of these amazing superstars?
Oh, it's a blessing to go out and play against those guys. I can show my talents against one of the great guys, Russell Wilson, Devontae Adams. So if I can compete with them and win some matchups with them, then it's just on and popping from there.
And you talked about some of the talents that you have. What do you think you do bring to this defense that maybe they were missing?
I'd say probably energy for the most part. Just energy on the sideline, in the practice field, in the weight room. Just kind of bringing that energy so we can have fun doing it. It's a job, but it's not a job for real. Like if you make it like that.
You guys obviously have a bit of a bitter taste in your mouth after last season. What do you guys need to do to get over that hump and get into the postseason?
I felt like we got over it pretty quick. I mean, we kind of knew what we did wrong in that game and what we could have done better. So I feel like that we lost that game instead of them beating us. So I feel like we just kind of head down and been grinding and just been grinding. That's what I like about this team right now. We just been focused on the grind, the everyday grind right now.
And is there anything different we're going to see from the defense going forward this upcoming season?
We got some good players, additions, Khalil Mack, J.C. Jackson, the D-line. We got a lot of great players, so it'll definitely be – I'm going to be excited to watch it too. So,
have you seen the growth in your head coach? Obviously, it was Staley's rookie year as a coach last year, a head coach. What have you seen him change and kind of moving into year 2 for him?
He just more he's always been big on details and effort and things of that nature. He's just kind of piggybacking on that and just trying to make the team give him more energy and more, just more, a little bit more, and whatever you do, just give a little bit more.
Was there anything in the offseason that you thought you needed to work on and that now you've kind of honed in on your craft for this upcoming season?
Yeah, definitely. Just getting the ball back however I can for the offense. So if it's like interceptions or strips or anything, fourth down, stop, anything, just getting the ball back to the offense.
So how many picks are we talking this year?
Hey, I don't want to.
We're not putting numbers on it?
I can't put no number on it.
So we can't put numbers on it, but can you tell us out of all the DBs who's the fastest one?
The fastest?
Yeah.
You got to ask them. I don't know. Because I'm not going to say I'm the. Yeah.
That's good, Asante. Appreciate the time, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate
it.
Best of luck this year.
All right, thanks.
We were joined with one of the newest Los Angeles Chargers, Kyle Van Noy. Kyle, how's it been coming to L.A.? How you feeling out here?
Honestly, it's been like home. The people around the building, like you guys yourself, have been very welcoming. Everybody's been amazing. Everything's been sweet so far. I can't complain.
What is it like making the adjustment, come to a new team? I mean, how hard is that to adjust?
You know, this is my 4th organization, so I'm getting used to it. I wouldn't say I'm a journeyman, that's for sure, by any means. But I would say I've understand how the ropes go by now and try to just come in and not step on any toes, be respectful, and just show people who I am by the way I work and by the way I am on the field and off the field. I think, too, just reaching out to guys, getting to know them, having their wives and my wife hang out, just become as close as we can and just hang out and catch those vibes where we're just ready. We're in this together and know where everyone's coming from. And, you know, we might be from different backgrounds, different religions, all that, but we all can work together, respect each other, and get along to reach the goal that we want to get to.
And not only are you a veteran in this league, but if I do say so myself, you're quite a stud too. What are you going to add to this defense,
man? That's funny. Thank you. I appreciate it. I think I'm going to add a lot. I feel like they've been missing a piece like myself. I don't want to make my head too big because I already have a big head. But it's more just I think I'm the perfect fit for what they need. Obviously, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. I have weaknesses in my game that I want to work on and grow on. But it's a perfect situation for me, and I think hopefully a perfect situation for them to keep me up for the long haul. I hope to retire here, those thinking down the road. But for now, I just want to show what my worth is on the field and in the locker room, try to get the young guys up to speed as best as possible and just bring in that championship mindset.
And how cool is it going to be that you get to play with some other talented players on that defense? And what's that going to look like for you? I mean, there's a lot of talent on this defense, but obviously there's only, one guy to tackle at a time. But what is that going to look like for all you guys?
Yeah, that's a good question/statement. There are a lot of good players, but I think the good players can only go so far if you just show up. We got to put the work in. And I think the group of guys know that. I think it's going to be a challenge to get on the field. Everybody's going to be scratching and crawling to get on the field because of the opportunities to play with such great players that we have, and that's exciting. It's exciting for the Chargers family for sure to have competition at each and every spot, and I think the more and more we get on the field and the more and more we get after it, the more and more we will get better. So I think right now just focus on getting better. I think I said that way too many times.
It sounded great to me.
Good soundbite. Good soundbite.
Great soundbite. Can we mark that one, John? I know you're new here and all that, but what do you think it takes for this team to get over the hump? Obviously, they missed out on the postseason. All the talent in the world, but yet haven't gone to this postseason. What do you think it takes to get there?
I think they learned a lot from last season, from talking to some players and getting to know them on a personal level. And I think really just it comes down to just focusing on one game and, not going too far. I'm not saying they did, but the last game came down to one game. And I think if your preparation is that the whole way through, I think you can continue to focus on that one game. You don't have to say, well, what if this situation happens and this situation happens, we get in. We don't want to do that. We want to take care of the Raiders the first game. It's going to be a very competitive game and a competitive environment here at SoFi, and I think we just got to do our best to be able to limit what they do on offensively, since they got a really good offense, and focus on what we do. And, we want to be the hammer this year. We want to bring it to people. We want to get off to fast starts and play just very crisp football, complementary, good offense. We have special teams are getting better in defense. We know what we have, but we just got to put those pieces together during training camp and practice for that week one.
Just one final question for you before we let you go. How much better did this defense get? You guys bring in Khalil, yourself, JC. I mean, all of a sudden, there's a bunch of stars on this defense to add to the Derwins and those guys.
Yeah. I just hope not to have it finish like they were last year. That's all I want to do. I just want to improve the defense and improve my game, and then hopefully that'll turn over and carry over to team wins.
Well said.
I know I talked about it. I got one more.
I
got one more for him now. I got one more.
Here we go.
You talked about
you wanted to be the one to finish last, huh? Yeah, you can't have the glory.
You talked about how you've been to a couple different franchises now. I mean, what stands out to you about this one that's a little different?
This one, I would say this one that stands out the most is it's growing at a fast pace. The standard's been set, and everybody's working to that standard. It starts from the top down. Coach Staley's done a really, really good job, and kind of everyone's feeding off of his energy and what he brings to the table, and you can just see it trickle from the guys in the equipment room to the people that are working in the behind the scenes that you may not hear about. Everybody feels that vibe, that positive energy, and that goal in mind, which everybody knows what it is, but we're working towards that.
Awesome. All right, Kyle.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you.
Go get him this year, huh?
Appreciate it, guys.
It'll be a lot of fun to watch you out there, man.
Yeah.
All right, we are joined now with former Torero and Los Angeles Charger Michael Bandy. Michael, how has it been to be up here with the team? You obviously got a taste last year. How's this going for you now?
Yeah, I mean, it's truly a blessing to be able to play for your hometown team and just be down the street. I actually lived with my parents last year, so it made the commute pretty easy and saved some money while I was at it. But it's been great so far, and I'm really excited for year two and see what's to come.
What do you think year two is looking like for you? I mean, how comfortable are you feeling coming into this next season?
I'm feeling really good with the system and the guys who are in it. It's going to be a competition in camp, and I'm really excited to see what I can do this camp.
And what do you feel you need to do to kind of get yourself out there and get yourself into this roster light a little more?
reps and just take advantage of every opportunity, especially in camp. Like I was saying, there's going to be a lot of opportunity. There's I think 10 of us right now, and we're all fighting for a spot, and then eventually when it comes down to it, we'll be fighting together.
What benefits do you think you bring to this team? Though you talked about what you had to work on and working into the really finding your spot on the roster, but what do you think you bring to this roster?
I think I can bring elite return game and help out on special teams, and then be that fifth, sixth guy in the wide receiver room that can step in and make plays when needed with guys going down, or maybe earning a true spot.
You think about your time at USD, kind of what are some of the lessons you learned there that you've brought to the league with you?
That's a good question. I would say just keeping your head down. It's non-scholarship football.
Yeah.
It's tough, to stay focused when, no one's paying you or, supporting you to be there. It's all you. So it's taught me, you got to work for this, and every day is a new day, and, you can't really stop.
And every day is a new day, and like you said, you got to work for this. And that's kind of how it is with special teams,
Yep.
That's where a lot of people first start off and get into
Absolutely.
the league and how they kind of pan their way out on the roster.
Yep.
I mean, what does that look like for you?
I mean, last year I got brought up for one game. We had some COVID problems, and then, I didn't even think I was really going to play, just be there as a backup. And then next thing you know, I'm returning kicks and, on kickoff and punt. So, I mean, it brings value, and it's what you can bring to the team. And, that's what keeps you around as far as special teams.
And you kind of got that taste, that bite of the apple last year.
Absolutely.
How much does that motivate you this year, having gotten that opportunity?
Yeah, I mean, it was awesome. It was like the day before thing, and then, you're up there, and it's like, oh my gosh, I'm playing on an NFL Sunday. So it was really, really awesome, and I'm hoping to do it again and more so.
And returning is always, for a lot of people, probably the scariest part of football, especially punt return, kick return. I mean, you got to have a different mentality when you're out there as a return man. What's your mentality when you're out there?
Just be a dog. You just got to get the ball first and foremost. Get the ball back to the offense, and try to make something happen every time.
I'm curious how big this jump was for you. We love USD, but it's obviously not the NFL,
Absolutely.
and it wasn't SEC football. How big was that jump, and how long does it take to get used to that?
No, it's definitely fast. That first camp, things start flying around. I was only with the team about a month before, so I didn't have too much time with the playbook, and then hearing the call in the huddle and then lining up and trying to do things as fast as possible. It was definitely a big jump. But you kind of catch on as soon as you get in there, you catch a ball, you start feeling better about it, and then some time goes by and you get used to the speed, and there's nothing different.
Did you feel like you maybe had an underdog mentality coming in?
Absolutely. Coming from a small school, you kind of have to. And, I felt the same way going into college. Non-scholarship football, I felt like I should have been somewhere bigger, but that's just the way it goes, and you just got to work through it.
Michael Bandy, as cool as they come, and you're not just wearing the glasses to look cool, right?
Yeah.
You got the eyes dilated. We got to let everybody know that.
Yeah, please.
That's good, man. Well, I appreciate the time. Best of luck to you.
Yeah,
okay?
appreciate it.
Thanks for everything.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.